Have you ever stopped to think about how the absolute most powerful systems in the world are operating literally right under our noses? I mean, right now, as you're just sitting there listening, there are these incredibly intricate codes running in the background of your own biology. And at the exact same time, deep within the vaults of ancient temples, there are mechanical secrets that remain perfectly sealed. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're decoding two massive, totally hidden systems derived from our source materials. We're going to look at the invisible chemical plant operating inside you while you sleep, and then we're taking a trip to the southern coast of India to examine a physical 16th century lock that has completely baffled modern science and literally halted the Supreme Court.
Okay, let's dive into today's mysteries. Number 1, the secret sugar dump. 2, stress and the insulin trap. 3, Ayurveda's night shift hack. 4, the unopened seventh door. 5, the deadly acoustic lock. And 6, ancient science and hidden systems.
Section 1. The secret sugar dump. The fasting paradox.
Let's begin with a highly relatable, honestly kind of maddening scenario that drives millions of people crazy every single morning. Now, what's really interesting about this contradiction is how stark it is. Imagine this. You finish dinner around 7 p.m., you lock up the kitchen, and you go to bed. You haven't consumed a single calorie in 12 hours. You drink nothing but water, right? But then you wake up at 7 a.m., test your blood sugar, and the monitor flashes this alarmingly high number, maybe something like 115 milligrams per deciliter. I mean, how is that physically possible? Western medicine calls this the dawn phenomenon. But to really grasp what's happening, the source material tells us we need to stop looking at our stomachs and actually start looking at our liver.
You see, we've all been conditioned to believe that blood sugar only comes from the food we eat, the bread, the pasta, the fruit. But actually, scratch that, it's a total misconception. Your body actually has its own internal 3D printer for sugar, and it's your liver. This ancient biological process is called gluconeogenesis, which literally translates to the creation of new sugar. Pure, new sugar made out of thin air. So let's track the exact timeline of this biological matrix. You probably think your body is completely shut down when you sleep, right? Well, your liver actually enters a sort of background mode. Around midnight, you're in deep REM sleep, but by 3 a.m., your brain realizes it needs to prep you to wake up. So at 3:01 a.m., it sends an ancient biochemical text message straight to your adrenal glands, releasing a wave of cortisol, adrenaline, and glucagon. And then boom, at 3:05 a.m., your liver gets the signal, breaks down stored glycogen, and secretly dumps raw glucose straight into your bloodstream. It is literally charging your battery so you have the energy to just open your eyes for the hunt. It's a brilliant, completely autonomous survival mechanism.
Section 2, stress and the insulin trap, the system crash. Biologically speaking, that 3 a.m. sugar dump is a beautiful piece of engineering. So why is it suddenly causing prediabetes, weight gain, and that awful suffocating brain fog in modern humans? Well, our source material explains that our internal software has essentially caught a virus. And that virus? It's chronic stress. The source highlights the Ayurvedic concept of Vata dosha, which governs your nervous system between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. It's a highly, highly sensitive window. Now, an ancient human slept calmly, meaning their baseline cortisol was low, leading to just a small, gentle sugar release for natural wakefulness. But as modern humans, we're staring at blue light, we're doom scrolling on our phones at midnight, and going to sleep completely stressed out. So when that 3 a.m. wake-up signal hits our already redlining nervous system, it weaponizes that natural signal and magnifies the reaction 10 times over. The liver basically panics and dumps a massive, toxic payload of sugar into your blood. You literally wake up trapped in a biological fight-or-flight mode. So the crucial point is this. Because your blood sugar is artificially sky-high the very moment you wake up, your pancreas has to release a massive wave of insulin just to bring it back down. And remember, insulin is a storage hormone. When insulin is high, fat burning is physically locked away, like a heavy steel vault door. If you wake up in this state and immediately eat a bowl of oatmeal or a piece of toast, you are literally pouring gasoline on a chemical fire. By 10:30 a.m., you crash completely. You're exhausted, reaching for coffee, totally trapped in a metabolic roller coaster. Section 3, Ayurveda's night shift hack, shutting down the sugar dump.
Okay, the obvious question is, how do we actually stop this?
The source gives us a brilliant insight here. You don't fix a morning problem in the morning. You absolutely have to manage your internal code the night before. Here are the top 0.001% Ayurvedic biohacks outlined in the text to successfully manage your night shift. First, we have the anchor. Take 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar or pure amla juice in warm water right before bed. The acetic acid and intense vitamin C act as a chemical anchor, keeping the liver nice and calm during that highly sensitive 3 a.m. window. Second is the drain. A brisk 15-minute walk right after dinner physically drains your superficial glycogen stores. If the liver's tank isn't overflowing, that 3 a.m. dump will be so much smaller. And finally, the ban. If you suspect a high morning spike, eat absolutely 0 naked carbohydrates for your first meal. Opt for pure protein and fat, like eggs cooked in ghee, to force insulin down and unlock that fat-burning state.